Dennis, what's up, brother? What's up, dude? Hey, yeah. Man, going nuts. King Toshi. Yeah, what's up, HFG? Doing good, man. For the most part. So much. It's just nonstop. Yo, Sniper, dude. I appreciate you tuning in. Another interesting day in the markets. FOMC tomorrow. Where are we going to be? What we going to do? Lots to talk about. Feel like it was the right move. Decided to buy 15K of SOL today. Great job, man. You bought it at a good level. You bought, at least close to a good level. Somewhat. Could have got a better level at 121, like I told you, but it's all good. As long as you're not leveraged, you're good. So long as you're not leveraged, you're good. Yo, what's up, Alpha? How you doing? Check with me in a few weeks. We got FOMC tomorrow. The market could top it. I don't know if that'll be the thing for Bitcoin. 5x leverage. Okay. Sure, your rising and falling window indicator not working. Man, we make hundreds of indicators. You're probably using it wrong. You got to use it probably in confluence with some other indicator or another one of our indicators, or some type of theory you have around gaps. It's a gap-based indicator. But we're back, man. Guys, again, everything's going to get smoother on these streams. I promise. They will get smoother. Having a 2-month-old is rough. Especially one that's way different and not as easy as my last baby, so. Am I bullish tomorrow? No, honestly, I'm not bullish tomorrow. Yeah, I want to do the OG stream Monday and Wednesday. Wednesday we'll have a normal time, 2 Eastern. Not bullish tomorrow in the FOMC? Probably not. All right. But welcome back. Guys, real quick, let's do a breakdown. If you guys saw, remember, I do a Sunday breakdown on Twitter of Bitcoin. I usually pin it up there. The last one actually played out quite well. Remember, we talked about a bull case back to 60K. It happened. We had the weekly closer of 54K. It happened. We had the bull case back up. Why do you think it's going to take us down? FOMC, because everybody's already predicting a rate cut. Unless the rate cut is like shocking, which it probably won't be. Right? Because we're supposed to cut rates for the first time tomorrow. So we get that rate cut tomorrow. It probably won't be shocking, right? Unless it is, then you'll see some crazy volatility. But I think we're going to potentially see it because we'll explain in a minute, but SP 500 and the NASDAQ are already hitting year-over-year returns. They're already, the SPY, SPY is already up 20% for the year. Now, again, I can go to ChatGPT, right? Like any normal person. Well, people that don't use ChatGPT, I don't know what you're doing. Well, if it's going to let me, all right, never mind. I'm just going to Google it. SP 500 average yearly return. All right. Return last 30 years, sure. 10%, right? We're sitting at 20% right now. That's why it's like, and we're 3 months out. Let's see. SP 500 best. There you go. Best year return. $19.97, 48%, crazy. 2021, that was the COVID bounce, 40%. I don't think we're gonna get that much. We could maybe. It's gonna be interesting. Like 2020, what was SP 500 2023 return? 21%. So we're right at about the same. 2022 is down. So we're already sitting out there. I mean, maybe we go up a little bit. We got 3 months. We got 3 months of this, right? But it's different for Bitcoin. So here we go. Let's break down Bitcoin because, again, on the Twitter, like always, on Sundays, I post my weekly breakdown. Again, if you're not following at Indicators Work, okay? If you don't think indicators work, you're probably using them wrong. But again, Twitter Bitcoin breakdown. Here we go. First off, this is an awesome month for Bitcoin. Let's just start there. Great month for Bitcoin. First, we had a massive bounce of an imbalance on the monthly chart way back in 2023, made this rally to the all-time high. Now, we are currently been sitting in a monthly and weekly bull flag, which we'll go over here in just a minute. But Bitcoin right now, if it closes above 60K this month, aka end of September, which is usually red, right? We usually have bearish months in September for the most part. Then this would be a bullish hammer. We get a very nice hammer candle, which is huge, right? So that would be awesome. Now, as you can see here, this is what's crazy. This is what's crazy. And if you didn't read this, then I don't know why, but you need to be following the Twitter to get updates like this to give you some idea of what could happen at indicators work. Now, not only did Bitcoin run over 167% into the end of the year of the 2020 halving, but it had a red September, which means it ran that much in 3 months. It ran 167% in 3 months in the last halving. Guess what? It was right after September. It was October, November, and December. It ran 167% the last time. Right now, you know what's even crazier? Guess what happened in 2020? Mr. Trump got elected. Now, if they don't kill him by the time the election comes around, we might see a nice repetition, right? What is really exciting about it is we have that bullish hammer opportunity. But Donald Trump in 2020 got elected with September and having this year being kind of, a little bit kind of sideways. But going into the end of the year, do we have that massive 167% move? There was that red September in 2020. Massive move. So we're getting a repeat of election year. We're getting a repeat of also the halving. Halvings and elections are lining up. So maybe those last 3 months is what it takes. Okay? It is quite interesting to think that the last 3 months of the last halving of the year is when it happened. Right? So obviously it happened in September. Right? And again, that's when that last halving was. Our halving this year is in... I'm going to mix it up. It was April, right? April? Or March. This has been a crazy year for me. I think it was April 19th. Yep. I knew it. April 19th. Either way. So seeing that in consolidation at these highs, election year, again, and we saw Trump endorse Bitcoin, so that could be really big for Bitcoin. But again, history repeating itself. September being green would be nice. We'll see how it ends up. If we look at the weekly chart, we have this massive bullish potential flag that's been forming that has not fully broken out. We've taken out all of these liquidity voids there. Taking out anything that was sitting down here. We didn't fully retest the wick downside there or that breaker coming from way back in 2022 or 23. But now, we're still sitting kind of where we were. But where do we close this week, which is interesting? That's the question. Where did this week close? If we go to the Bitcoin chart here, hold on. We go to the weekly. I'm gonna pull it up here. This is the interesting part. Is I wanted the weekly to close over last week's high. We actually did not get the close over last week's high on Bitcoin. It closed right beneath it, but that's okay. It did close over last week's open, which is another one that I always like to watch here. So let me get the right one. Dude, if my internet does this today, we're gonna have some problems. What's going on? What's going on, internet? Please, the stream's killing it. The stream is killing it here. That loaded. Coinbase. There we go. One day. Turn off these and this, just to look at the weekly. There you go. There's my little dealio there that I drew already. Here's your weekly chart. Let me just get rid of these. There's last week's high. I wanted us to close over that this week. Didn't happen, but we just so happened that today alone, we're up 3%, 2K in one day. Crazy, right? Yeah, what's up, Slim? How you doing, man? Doing good, man. Just tired. Got like 3 hours sleep last night. It's all good. But here you go. This was the daily chart. Besides the weekly bull flag that we've been waiting for this breakout, we had, this very nice open close low there. I mean, if you guys aren't watching Tommy Crown, go to Tom Crown's YouTube channel right now and watch his streams as well. Man's bullish. Man's mega bullish into the end of the year too. Let's get it. Let's get it, Tom Crown. Hopefully he joins up, Tom. Appreciate you if you are. Either way, right now we have a high volume node range sitting as well from the 61K up to the 70K. I want to get into that range. If we can get into that range, which again, we just tapped it today at the 61K. I think we go right to 64K first. We got to make sure we can get through this upper order block. Now, remember last week we had a overall breakdown analysis saying, hey, we need to get through 67. 67 is that high volume node sitting there, but we have a massive, massive range that we've been trading through in those 60s. So the biggest part right now is getting through the 60s this week. But again, the last 3 months of the year, if you're just now tuning in, history, will it repeat itself? That's the question. September 2020 was red. The last 3 months of the year in September 2020, the last halving, September 2020. Okay. Actually, sorry, the halving in September was like July or something. I don't know why I ever said it was September, but what I'm saying is September, it usually being a red month across all markets, which is very, very normal, right? It had a very small red month and then 160% rally into the election when Trump originally got elected. Now we're getting potentially the same opportunity. Do we get that push into the all-time high again? Also, if you look, I can't zoom in there. If you look here, this was not at an all-time high. This was pulling back, waiting potentially for that all-time high break into the end of the year. So maybe we get that. Again, if you guys want these breakdowns, make sure you go and follow me on Twitter at at Indicators Work. And also, y'all know the drill. If you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the crypto market, as well as the stock market, Forex, whatever you trade, make sure you do follow us at Lux Algo. Again, you can get a weekly calendar like this to keep you updated. Make sure you bookmark it, keep you updated with everything going on in the market on the U.S. side, but also you get in-depth analysis as well with our indicators on there too. And we update you on new indicators that we make every single week on there as well. But this will pretty much give you everything you need to know what's going on in the market. So I'd highly suggest following us at Lux Algo. Thank you very much. All right. Let's dive into a deeper analysis of the Bitcoin chart today. Again, we're only going to be streaming for about an hour. So we got about 45 minutes. So lots to go over. Let's get it. Let's go. We're going to touch on Solana as well and shitty Ethereum. So Bitcoin all day, baby. Let's get it. It's time. Now, let me get rid of that. First off, do you have an indicator with engulfing candlestick and EMA? Probably. If you want to, hey, if you guys have an idea on an indicator, you're like, hey, do you have this indicator? This is what you need to do. All you got to do, if you have an idea on an indicator that you think would be great, just go to luxalgo.com, right? You go to the top right-hand corner, you click something called the library. When you get on that library, you'll see we have a ton of filters, right? This guy wants one that's an engulfing candlestick. There's literally a filter called candlestick right here. You just click that and see if any of those are something that you've been looking for, right? Or type in engulfing or whatever. TradingView does have an integrated engulfing, I think, candlestick pattern, whatever as well. All right. Let's dive in, baby. Let's dive straight in. All right. I'm going to pull up. We have another new tool called ICT Pure Price Action Tools, which is really cool to see, leftover liquidity voids from the past. Because we do have one sitting as of now on the daily up here to 62 and all the way up to nearly 63. Again, what do you see if I take off the money flow profile? What do we see in this current range that we have? And I need to just get rid of I don't even need market structure. I don't even need buy side and sell side liquidity. That's pretty easy. Okay, there. So I like to have it for the voice to show what's filled, what hasn't. Filled, right? Filled. It's all on the daily chart, by the way. These down here, very minor, filled. They haven't fully filled down here. So there's two things that can happen. First off, we just run this liquidity, right? I don't even need a background. Just give me the border. Give me the border. All right. First off, we just run this liquidity here. Give me, what am I doing? There, bam, boom. We can run into that, right? That's just been sitting out. We already tagged it. We tagged it once, we tagged it twice. Again, it's looking pretty solid for us to potentially run right through that. There's a reason why we're sitting up here waiting for that 64K retest, right? If we pull up the price action concepts indicator, we can see that there is a 13% order block sitting up there. So it's a really good target to have as of now. We don't really have anything to the downside. So there's a swing structure point sitting there. We had a pretty much a double bottom here with open close daily lows there. If we go into, let's say, the 4 hour right now, what else do we see? Now, if you can't see this, man, you need to study charts a little bit more. But what else do we see here? We see a very nice little rough, inverse head and shoulders kind of forming as well, right? You can even pull it there, right? So it's one of those things where the reversal is there, right? It's more than likely here. Here's your neckline. Here's your higher low. There's your lower low, right? Lower low there, higher low there. There's your head. Thing rallied through, broke structure. Now it's trying to hold up. Had a big pump into today. Now, structure is there. We haven't fully extended to a reversal zone either. If we pull up again, nice little imbalance bounce there. We pull the daily up again. We're going back into this sell imbalance. There's probably a reason why there is a upper wick like this, and it's probably because we're in this sell imbalance here on Bitcoin. So, again, on the weekly and the daily, still super bullish. But look at this. Bullish divergence here. Nice little play out there. This thing triggered probably about there. Oh, well, that bullish divergence from the oscillator matrix. Where's my... There you go, boom. This original one probably played out here. It's a 14% move. This one just played out here. One just played out here on this one. So far, we're in a 6% move. Now, higher low forming right now. Like, again, I said here was that neck. Okay, you're not going to listen to me. Oh, that's a dotted line. Here's that neckline right there. Right? So, nice little head formation, nice little higher low. Does it play out to that upper block? I would say right now, let's just target 64K. 64K is a pretty solid target in the moment, right? We just saw this imbalance here. There's a possibility that it does potentially reject that. But, again, there's no reason to even look to the downside until this higher low gets broken. So 57's got to break. Oscillator's super clean though. I do like the oscillator sitting right now because you have a nice little wedge pattern here, right? And essentially, what could happen is this, right? That's what we would want to see. If that does, I'm going to keep doing that. If that does happen, what pretty much that entails right now is that we would have to either break out first, then come down and make that move, or this thing doesn't even come back to retest this low yet. It just bounces off the 50 here and then makes its move. Which if that's the case, then right now off of here, you'll see it find consolidation and then make its move. So everything's really good. Everything's looking good, leaning pretty bullish on this. I'm going to pull up the money flow profile because we're going to talk about that node. That's very important. Now, we have a high volume node sitting right here. Very high volume range, right? Highest volume node's there, but look, that's 13 billion, right? Right above it, 13 billion. Right above that, 12 billion, 12 billion, 11, 11, 11. All that's crazy volume. Price rejected that zone. Well, the first reason it rejected is because you have a little bit left over of a gap there that it's trying to fill. Potentially, shorters are waiting there to short. But in this case, pretty much drilled at least a good part of those shorts out already. So, do we get the continuation? That's kind of what we're waiting on to see if it's even possible. If it's not, then again, we have that downside reversal zone target at 50K, which I like as well. I would like to see us re-wick this area and then make that bounce. But in this case right now, I'm not going to look bearish when we just broke bullish structure, right? Or we just broke bearish structure. So there's that structural break right here, right? And we're kind of bouncing now. So we'll get to see how it moves. Today was a huge day for this thing to actually play out in a bullish scenario. And obviously we had that little bit of an inverse head and shoulders playing as well. So we're going to see here. Syndicator works on every single market. Doesn't matter what you're trading. We'll talk about gold as well here. Gold with a major reject today. But again, if you guys read my breakdown analysis, this is the bull case right here. Bull case is we get up through this node here, right? That's pretty much the equilibrium. Now, if I were to pull up the price action concepts again here, go to settings, Go down to the bottom. We have, let's see what our, where is it? What is it? Yeah, dashboard, no, volatility. Where is it? I don't think we got rid of it, did we? I just haven't had it on in a minute. No, it's not there. Wait, I'm on signals and overlays. What am I doing? I was about to say this isn't right. Where is it? There it is. Premium discount zones. I was on signals and overlays. That's my bad. What do we see? It's not on signals and overlays. It's on the price action concepts. So let me get rid of that node. Let me get rid of this. What do we see right now? Right? We have right now equilibrium, right, on our structural move, right? The structural move here, we're back to equilibrium, which means if we can get up through equilibrium, we could probably have that bull run back into those highs, right? We have a massive, massive amount of liquidity that was taken from this high here that's just sitting there. All right, so we need to go back and retest it. Sorry, I'm looking back to see what ETH is going to 0. ETH is terrible right now, to be honest. So in this case right now, it would be nice today in 2 hours and 36 minutes to close over this previous high right here, 60,670. But if it doesn't happen, it's not a huge deal. Fantastic day. What do we see right here? All right, what is this? What is this? What is this formation right here? We got a nice little engulfing happening right now, right? Nice little engulfing happening. But back at equilibrium now. For those of you that don't know, again, this is just an integrated structural area, right? Look where the 50% is sitting, right? On the Fibonacci, if I were to pull both swing points, right? There's a chop. If I were to just put on this, I don't have to draw that. That's the equilibrium. Dead center there, see? That's the equilibrium. So, again, it's really nice to see that all of these lows, every single time it bounces, getting back over that equilibrium, at some point it's got to pop, right? At some point we got to get that pop back. So it's looking really nice on Bitcoin right now. It just depends on how the rest of the week goes. We have FOMC tomorrow. Now, the biggest reason why I could be a little bearish on FOMC is, let me just look at the NASDAQ really quickly, right? So if we go to the monthly chart, oops, give me 1 second. If we go to the monthly chart on the NASDAQ, and honestly, let's just go to the Qs, right? Let's go to the QQQ. This is the NASDAQ ETF, right? If we go to January, sorry, starts here. January right now, up 13% already, right? If I go to SPY, right? Go to SPY. If I go to December and then January, first month open price here to here, that's almost 20%. Now, as you remember, we were just searching this, right? 2023's return was 21%, right? The average year-over-year return on the SP 500 is, in fact, what? It's 10%. So, that being said, it's a little bit iffy. It's pretty iffy to be, bullish up here with FOMC because people are already anticipating rate cuts, so it's more than likely already priced in. So depending on if there's a shock or not, this is what's going to determine tomorrow. I'm not going to say that we're going to drop on FOMC. I just don't think we're going to go as crazy as we would if we were still like down here. We'd probably see this exact move tomorrow. But with that first rate cut tomorrow, we'll see how things go. If the following month we see a really nice slowing in inflation, we'll start to see a bigger run. It's possible we have a really good end of year close. I mean, we saw it. We saw it there. The best returns, or the 2021 return after the COVID bounce was 39%. And then 2023, last year, was a 21% return. So it's possible. Lux Algo sucks. All indicators repaint. Poop Nugget. First off, you need to go change your name. I don't know why anybody with the name Poop in their name should even be talking in the first place. Secondly, you need to go study up on what the word repaint means. Thirdly, if you don't think indicators work, you don't think our indicators work, you're probably using them wrong. So you need to go fact check yourself a little bit more. All right. But for now, SP 500 already at 20% for the year. Does it hold it? That's a tough question. So what I'll say is maybe you get a little bit of a drop. I don't know. I'd rather go into, like, you can't really go into tomorrow expecting anything because everybody's predictions are all over the map. You know, we're going to have 25 bips, or we're going to have 50 bips. You know, I don't doubt we would have more than 50, but I don't think we're going to get cut by more than 50. We're going to at least get 25. Which is the best for easy buy and sell signals? Any of this real? Y'all with these buy and sell signals? Does it work on minute time frame? Yes. Again, guys, you have to understand when it comes to indicators specifically, you have to either go it when you, if let's just say you sign up for Lexel, you either go into our Discord and learn how to use these things. Learn how people have created profitable strategies. Not us. We didn't create profitable strategies. The user base did, because that's what an indicator is for. You're supposed to dive into it, understand it. Same with you going on and studying, you know, the ICT concept. ICT concepts are great. It takes certain people to actually fully grasp what the hell he's talking about. But again, once you understand them, you can be a successful trader. There's a lot to trading. Once you understand a specific concept, you can be successful in trading. It's the same once you figure out a profitable strategy using indicators. For me, I like indicators because I have a 2-month-old and I have a 2-year-old. I don't have all day to look at the charts. So I have custom alerts set up through our indicators to alert me when a setup occurs. When that setup occurs, I can go hop on my computer and say, hey, I want to take this setup. Or, hey, I don't want to take this setup. Again, people that want to jump on a chart and go, yeah, you know, this thing here, here, and here, and here, and here, and here, it failed because they're just trying to follow one small little feature that, you know, pretty much is there to confirm whether or not it's a good trade or a bad trade. You're going to end up losing. If I stop replying, he blocked me, steer away from these guys. Dude, I'm not going to block him, to be honest. I'll post proof you make money from selling indicators, not trading. You realize we're a company that sells indicators, right? I mean, I don't understand. Like, literally, our entire thing is built around developers. Like, we have crazy developers that are the wizards, the best on the best on the TradingView platform. Again, and we're now working with creators that have these concepts, right? We're working with YouTube creators and all types of creators that have these insane trading concepts, and we're converting them into indicators to help their users become more successful at trading with their strategies. That's our end goal. We want to develop indicators with people that have already back-tested profitable strategies to help teach people without having to take all day to, you know, let's say mentor somebody. We can give them and provide them with the skills of our developers to create an indicator around their concepts and develop something profitable that's really easy for people to follow if they want to be able to follow it. Face cam is frozen. My face cam is frozen. So again, honestly, if you don't think indicators work, you're probably using them wrong. I'm just saying. Go spend a day with VWAP and tell me it doesn't work. Like, come on. VWAP's an indicator. It's like the most used indicator of all time. There it is. No, it's not. Why isn't this camera showing up? What happened, Cam? Where are you? You have to be learning trading for 5 years to be a good trader? Not really. I don't know why the camera's broken, to be honest. Hopefully it works. Where can I study how to use it? Honestly, if you want to jumpstart on the indicators, I would highly suggest. Yo, what is going on? Joining the Discord. It's absolutely free. Elgato 4KX. Okay. Yo. Is this thing really gonna... Let me turn it off. You can check out the documents as well. Danny! What's up, buddy? Buy and sell indicators don't work. Well, good thing we don't sell buy and sell indicators. It's a good thing. I don't know why this thing. Okay, my camera's just broken. Maybe I unplug it again. I'm gonna try to fix it one more time. Classic. Oh, maybe. There it is. That's not it. Wait. We will figure this out. Bro, it was up. Why is this being weird? It's coming up on the... Oh my gosh. This is annoying. I'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'm not going to have a camera. Sorry. Camlink decided to poop its pants today. Don't ask me. Doesn't mean they're equality. Interesting. All right, I don't know what's going on with the camera. This is depressing. Maybe I can do this one. No, that's not even good either. Why are you doing this to me now? Lame. All right, let's keep going. I don't have much time. And his gone. All right, either way, we got the chart. Hopefully it fixes itself in a minute. I'm going to unplug it for like 5 minutes, then we'll try it again. Give me a second. I don't know. The cam leak. This thing's like fried. I can feel it's like hot. Everything works and then it doesn't. Okay. Sorry. Just go to discord.gg/lux. Or Google search just Luxago Discord. We can't raid without face cam. I know, man. What's going on with the face cam? We'll fix it. All right. So here we go again. Like I said already, we would really like to see this thing close over 60,100. Bitcoin on Coinbase is roughly 60,715. That'd be really nice. Tanzi, I appreciate that, brother. I'm glad that you don't want to see my face. Then I don't have to put the camera back on. Nice, that makes it easier. Okay, cool. Alpha. Alpha, I also appreciate that. All right, let's go over Solana. Bitcoin, though, pretty clean. Pretty clean. Let's go over Solana. Wait, actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me go over Bitcoin 5 minute today. Let's look at the 5 minute today. Let's take out that price action concept, signals and overlays. Let's look at the what was that strategy we did? It was the divergence with the signals. I want to see how that was doing again. Or was the, wait, it was optimized. Let's see. Optimized to, what is it right now? 11? The dashboard? Look at the dashboard. Bottom right. Let's see what we got. You want to ask me a question, you said? I'm just trying to figure out the cam problem here. You waste your money. Yes, we have a lot of free indicators, man. Go ahead and check them out. There's a ton of them. This is the money flow profile. We also just posted a video on YouTube right now about it if you want to go check that out too. Completely explains how it works. All right. Let's go to the 4 hour really quickly because we did just pretty much bounce off this node. Now, if you guys know the way we've discussed these nodes before, and also the way we've discussed reversal zones as well, is how does it trade within these zones, right? How does it trade within these zones right now? Usually price likes to get pulled back to those zones. So in this case, volume was sitting up here. We tagged a reversal zone. We broke that smart trail, bounced the smart trail, and right back into that node again. All right. 1 second. Similar thing here. Reversal zone broke the Neo Cloud, and we talked. This was the one we talked about before here as well. We broke the smart trail, retested the smart trail, and made the rally to the opposite reversal zone. That's what's happening nearly right now, right? It happened, bounced here, it touched this again, and then I was going to see if it wanted to reject here, but it did not. So it broke back through. Now let's see, does it hold up in this node here, and then make its push back up? That's the real question, because what's really nice here is that we have the reversal zone actually in an uptick as well. So let's see if it's gonna make that push kind of expand those bands a little bit here. But I want to, so long as we're in this high volume area, I think we should be pretty solid right now. Now, I was gonna say here on the 1 hour order block, we have sitting up here at 66,603. Doesn't look like we have one anywhere else. We had that breaker there on the 1 hour for Bitcoin. Wait a second, I want to see something. Okay, really quickly. We have, look at this real quick. You see here, we have a breaker, right? That we broke on this downside move. But where is majority of this volume? All right. Again, this is when it comes down to breaking down. What does everything tell you? First off, all right. Let's start here. First off, what do we see? What do we see here? First off, we have this blue line. What's that blue line entail? That is bullish divergence on the oscillator. This is really clean bullish divergence. If you don't know what bullish divergence is, you need to do a little bit of studying, because it's one of the, most traditional reversal setups here, right? Now, if I need multiple levels of confidence, what do I look for? Well, first off, how's volume sitting in this current range, right? This is how indicators work, guys. This is how you're supposed to use indicators and learning about whether or not this is a good level or not for it to bounce. First off, you get confirmed bullish divergence. That's actually gap divergence, which is super clean, right? Gap divergence, there's a significant gap, really clean structure, right? You also are on a high volume node, right? You're also second into a reversal zone, right? This is 1 hour in Bitcoin. You're also bouncing, let me get to this one here, off a previous order block that barely got closed under. That was now a breaker, but it's there. You had that pull on liquidity. You pulled the low of that liquidity there. Now, from here, this is screaming everything right now for a potential reversal play. Now, the first thing I would look for is to see if you can break this low. Can it break that low? That's the question. The question right now is, can it break above this low? Oh, that was bad. Let me go back, Bitcoin. Where are you at? Please don't go away. Perfect. Can it break this low? Because if it can't break this low, then it's stuck, right? And it's stuck in a downtrend. I gotta get off this frickin'. Yo, I swear, if you don't listen to me, TradingView, we're gonna have some serious problems. Sorry, I'm so used to being on a Mac. I'm on a PC right now. So if we don't break this previous low here again, because we had a lower low, then it's it's a failed potential reversal. All right, doesn't break it there, still rejects it, and then there you go, fully breaks it, right? Then comes back, all right? Then we break out of there, comes back again, retest this previous high. Now, honestly, in my opinion, I'd probably take a trade right here, right? Absolutely ripped off that breaker block, right? Broke the block, tested a previous high after literally giving you 5 levels of confidence down here, and then makes a move right into 61K. I mean, honestly, based on the overall structure, there's multiple readings on multiple indicators to tell you that this area here, and again, I like even just using these two. You got bullish divergence, that's just already lined off for you. You have high volume node, the only high volume node, right, from previous price action on the 1 hour. Reversal zone tapped twice, 2 closure candles inside those reversal zones. Absolutely just freaking consolidates for a few hours, makes that break of structure pretty much here, right? Let's just say, screw that. Let's go for the breaker block. Goes for the breaker block. Retest breaker on 59. Absolutely skyrockets to 61. Okay. Honestly, again, it's not, you don't have to sit here and say, hey, I like it. We're going to take every single random thing because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You have to actually understand what's going on. If you don't understand what's going on, then you shouldn't even be looking at the chart. It's all good, man. Bex is great. Bex, haters gonna hate, but that's all good. You implement a little bit of VWAP right now. You could have bounced right off of that 1 hour VWAP, right? You're still going through it. Still going through it. All right, so Bitcoin though, right now daily, like we said already. I just want to close over this, get into this high volume node, right? And guys, this feature here on the signals and overlays, right? This one here, specific, right? What does this one say? Reversal zones, right? It's cool, guys. If you don't want to use indicators, fine by me. You don't have to use our indicators. But I will say, this thing's called reversal zones, right? Let's say that wicked there, okay? Yeah, nice little wick there. Closes outside of it, right? Let's say first bullish close after it wicked it. Let's just say it's that one. Right? This is called a reversal zone. If you're not cool with a 20% move, then figure out something else. Oh, wicks it again. Oh, how convenient. If you're not cool with another 20% move, again, go find a different stream to watch. All I'm saying is you're just using them wrong. You just don't know what you're doing, to be honest. You just don't know what you're doing. So again, understanding overall how price is moving, higher time frame structures, and then playing them accordingly with having a set strategy. That's what it takes. You can't just blindly jump in and say, hey, this is going to work. And I feel like I'm ICT now because I'm no face. I'm just speaking. Like, somebody get me off of this channel. Gold. Yeah, let's do gold. And then we'll do crappy old Ethereum. Gold real quick. If you guys don't recall, we talked about the structure already. All right. If you don't recall, we talked about the structure already. It was holding here, watch. And we talked about this last week as well. It held these highs. Structure holds. Again, this is just understanding price action. And then you keep it in analysis with everything else going on, right? If I go to now the price action concepts indicator as well, I'm going to get rid of the premium discount zones, right? It holds an imbalance that is automatically printed for me. And you know what else? It's like, hey, that's not your concept. Right? You know what else I can do? I can go down here and I can create a well-defined strategy. I can say, hey, you know what? I need I want to be alerted when any internal bullish structure happens. And then we enter, okay? Then we enter any imbalance, right? We enter any imbalance. That has to happen in that sequence. First off, we need bullish structure. Second off, we need it to enter an imbalance, right? AKA an FEG, right? I can have that on like that. Oh, I can even put it within a specific session, right? I can set an alert for that setup there, right? Guess what? If you look at down here at the bottom, I can see this little blue dot right here, right? This little blue dot right there. That triggered when we had a break of structure or change character, and we entered an imbalance, right? So with that triggering there, I got an alert, and it said, hey, this is happening right now. Come check it out. I can come here and check this. Oh my goodness. It just entered this imbalance, right? Let's see how it plays out off the imbalance. Right. Entered right there. That's when I got alerted. So I can come back now to my computer. I can check out if I want to take that trade. It's holding previous highs beautifully. It closed back up. It retested it again. And then it made its rally. I don't have to look at the chart. I don't have to look at the chart. Like, that's the best part. That's really the only reason that you want to even use indicators. You develop a well-defined strategy that you backtest and is profitable, or that someone else has backtested and is profitable. We set up custom step-by-step alerts for you to go enjoy. You can even automate it with alerts. You can automate a system that can trade for you. That's the dream, right? Now, I'd highly suggest if you even think about automation, you need to understand that you have to have a way to adapt that automated system with the overall market conditions, because, you know, when the VIX goes through the roof, you know, your risk reward is going to be a little bit different. Stuff like that. But again, it's just like people look at indicators in a very weird way sometimes. It's like you're not looking at them right. You're not using them right. All right. That being said, that structural move, again, I can set up anything. All right? I can add in the VWAP. I can add in, you know, EMAs. I can add in whatever to the custom alert system. If my strategy is, you know, give me that break of structure, give me a bounce off the 21 EMA, give me a breakout move, and then retest, you know, an imbalance, or retest an order block, enter an order block, take profit on an order block, stuff like that. Jacob, the mystery indicator. That's right, baby. Exactly, Danny. Danny knows what's up. All right. So this current move right now, here's your structural move. Guess what? One more time for the people in the back.
Who's your daddy?
Now, yes, you can call me daddy, because if you don't recall, as of now, we said this would probably be the top. Somebody run that clip back. Now, again, this is just a Fibonacci tool. If you don't know what a Fibonacci tool is, again, you need to come back to the stream later when you understand the basics of trading. Now, Fibonacci, highly sought after, highly used concept, right? Fibonacci numbers across the globe, it's part of everything, right? It's part of the way of life. And it works in trading too. What do we say? When we can understand a specific move, usually means that 50% retracement lines up with that previous significant high. You got a lot of liquidity sitting up here. It finally took out all the buy stops there. Right. Took out all the buy stops. You freaking flushed these highs. You went, not flush, but you freaking ripped through these highs. Now, because of that, we went up. We said, hey, this last week, we literally said on Monday, probably. No, that was yesterday. On Friday, this is Friday's stream, we said, hey, this could be the top. Because right now, this fib extension is putting that 50% retracement at these highs. This could probably be the top. Now, just by that concept, from Friday, we are already down $9, almost $10, 982 pippies, whatever you guys want to call it. Again, that's just taking a basic Fibonacci. Now, in this current state right now, let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour reversal zone, breaker block, imbalance, right? Broke out into a reversal zone, exited reversal zone, now it's dumping, right? Now, this is something to keep an eye on with reversal zones. Besides looking for them to be going sideways like this, you want the reversal zones to be like in a grid like that, because then it treats each side. If you can understand when the market is chop, then that's when the reversal zones are literally your best friend ever. Because look what happens when the market's chop. On the signals and overlays indicator, look at these reversal zones here on gold. Tagged it out, rally up. Tagged it out, rally down. Tagged it again, rally down, right? Didn't fully extend to the other side. But look at the difference here. Look at how it makes these little loopies here, right? Little loopies here. Boom, boom, boom. You had literally 3 perfect trades there. Then you start to see, oh, wait, this thing's starting to really make this like long move. That's when you need to start considering, okay, time for trending. And this is why we also recommend, there's 2 things you can do to identify when it's chopped too, is you can throw on something called the structure. See if you get multiple change of characters back and forth. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, right? Or do you get, you take that off and you put on something like the smart trail, which can also tell you when you're trending or not. And you can see here, the smart trail is trading sideways here, right? So in this case, when this thing's moving a little bit sideways like that, it's not in an upwards formation. You can consider that these reversal bands are probably going to play out perfectly. What else do you get here, though? This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one ever. My favorite part ever, right here, is when you get the ultimate wombo combo. You get a little bit of sideways reversal zones. You get this red line right here. That red line is a bearish divergence. Right there. Boom. Bearish gap divergence. I mean, where'd this trigger? This trigger there? Or did it trigger earlier? Triggered on that big sell-off there. So now what do we look for? We look for an equal opportunity, right? We look for something that's worth entering. Well, you know, if I were to throw on the price action concepts indicator at that given time, All right. What do we see? In the words of ICT, you see a very nice gap there that you could take a very lovely trade off of. Here's your trade. And then you go, in my opinion, I always go for order blocks. I use the reversal zones as places for potential bounce setups, but I always target order blocks. Beautiful order block target there. I mean, that was by far a fantastic trade. Again, just focus on how the market is moving and then figure out what you want to do. Now, this current state as well. Where are we heading? Well, so far we've dipped all the way down, no bearish divergence. The structure is so big here, right? This is big moves, a lot of liquidity that got just completely ran through. Now, in this current state now, from this recent move from this order block here, that's what I'm going to pull because that's the swing point. It's from the order block, right? Remember, we have that 50% retracement. It just so happens to line up beautifully with this imbalance here. I would like to see price do something like this. Now, off of that, 25.42, bounce off that, 25.50, bounce off that. Anywhere in that range, between the 40s and the 50s. That's where I'd be watching right now on gold for a potential bounce back. Very possible. I don't want to see that little bounce. That'd be great. If we pull up the, there you go. There's that void sitting there. This void almost got fully filled. Look, all these voids got filled. ICT concepts, ICT, pure price action ICT tools. That's an indicator, absolutely free. You can go check it out. It's a newer indicator we just launched. What does price like to do? It likes to move towards liquidity, right? Why wouldn't price go to that void? Why? When everything's lining up nicely, right? And it shows it's trying to top, like we suggested with the Fibonacci, good downside target would be right inside to fill that void, right? You got to fill it, fill the gap. 4 hour daily gap as well, daily and 4 hour gap, like 1 hour probably, 1 hour gap. There's so many different versions of that gap, right? So we'll see what it does. Looks nice though. Looks nice. I mean, look at this slope. You can even watch this slope here, all right? For the most part, those highs are perfect on that slope, right? Price do something like this, do something like that. I mean, it's right on the slope, right off those highs. Like, you can't get better than that. Beautiful. You can trade down and up. There's a bunch of, again, threads and stuff in the Lux Algo Discord. Just go to Lux Algo. Just type in Lux Algo Discord on Google or whatever. Or type in discord.gg/Lux. LUX. All right, let's try the cam real quick before we call. Try the cam one more time. Work for me, please. Don't be an idiot. The indicator names, they're on mobile. I thought we posted it. Hey, yo, Danny, you need to go to the other chat, by the way. Danny, you should go to the vertical stream. That's where everybody usually is these days. Here you go. These are the indicators I'm using besides money flow profile. You should go to the vertical chat too, Danny. Help him out. For some reason, YouTube likes to promote that more right now. Don't ask me why. I see the cam's working. I don't know. This thing's fried, guys. Something happened. I think I have to just restart everything. Wait. Let me quit Camera Hub. Maybe that's the problem. Elgato. Elgato's good till it doesn't work. What am I doing? Danny, I'm going to make you a mod, too. Forgot about that. Where is Cam? Work for me. There we go. Try this again. Connect a device. Bruh, there is a device connected. All right, whatever. Sorry, guys, no camera. How do you think we'll go in October? Guys, tomorrow FOMC, make sure you're up to date. Please don't trade during FOMC unless you want to gamble. That's pretty much it. Crude oil bouncing back. Let's go over Ethereum. Got about 5 more minutes. I don't know what the heck happened. All right, Ethereum, guess what? Gap divergence as well on the daily time frame. You can see that blue line automatically plotted for me. Let's get it. Now, I again would rather break structure. To the upside, right? We're still setting lower highs. I do like a potential higher low happening right now. Now, on this as well, we have bounced off this previous swing low, aka order block. Has a 28% order block, nicer one. Where's the volume though? The volume is all the way up here. It's a very long way for the daily volume. Now, even if I stretch this out, let's just do 300 bars and see where it's sitting. That's nice. Okay, cool. So 300 bars, we were sitting back down here. That's a good sign. Let's go to the weekly. Where's the weekly volume? Weekly volume is all okay. I need to get rid of that. Hold on. Let me bring it back to before it was down there. Let's go back to 200 bars on the weekly. Again, this is worth always worth readjusting those to current amount of bars, because otherwise you can get pulled to. Obviously a ton of volume was down here because people could buy twice as many, right? So this is the weekly chart. So again, makes sense why it gets pulled down here as well. But either way, that is majority volume. Besides the 30 billion we're sitting at right now, you can see the 30 there. So right here is a pretty significant volume level. Go to the daily. In the last 200 bars from here, we're seeing the peak there. Let me go back to it. We said 300 bars, right? I do 300 bars here. We see volume gets pulled down here, but look at the difference right now. Why I say this: 6.9 billion, right? 4.9 billion there, right? At these highs, like we said, 7.32. So it's not much. I don't know why that. Interesting. That should be up here. It's weird. Either way, 7.32 there. It's saying, right? If I were to pull it back to obviously default, we go to 200 again. I can see 6.45 calculated on this current range there. So. You know, this level is not bad. I know we discussed before on that weekly here, the biggest part was this previous weekly open close high that we bounced off of significantly before we made that mega run. We just bounced off it again, and now we're trying to kind of hold up on this weekly chart. The weekly last week never ever on Ethereum here retested the previous week's low, which is a really good sign. We never retested the previous week's low. Love that. We'll see how Bitcoin actually holds up we'll see how Ethereum actually holds up this time. But I will say this is a decent volume level, right? It's pretty good. Pretty good level. Regardless of where that node is sitting. If you were to pull the volume from here, there's a decent bit of volume right there. So we're going to see kind of where that is. Right now, the difference too, though, is look how this thing is in a trending state. Because look at how these reversal bands are, right? They're not really reversal bands. They're just pushing down. They're pushing price down. So we would literally need price to probably break this swing high at 2,700 before we get anything. That's what I would want. Otherwise, I would still be a little bearish. Even with bullish divergence happening right now, I would still be a little bearish, because what has to happen here is you have this massive little wedge going on here. Price might have to make that next leg down before it makes that breakout. Right? So let's see if that could happen first on the oscillator. Heavy bearish money flow as well. So, but again, if you're thinking bullish in this scenario, there's no reason. The only thing that's telling you right now that you could maybe have bullish confluence is the bullish divergence. But again, it's the only thing that's lining up right now. That didn't dive into the reversal zone there. If it did, it'd be a different story, but it didn't. So what do I need? I need to see, structure. Let me see break up here. Let me see maybe break through here. Something to give me that movement that we really want, right? So in this case, yeah, there's a 1 hour order block sitting down there that we could break through again, that breaker. 2,500, it would have to at least clear 2,500. Where's that, leftover liquidity up there, which is a good sign there as well. Filled. This one down here did not get filled yet. But, that's closer. They're going to probably more than likely drive to the closest. All right? Drive to the closest. Why not? But, yeah, that's pretty much Ethereum for you guys. We did go over Bitcoin, though. Majority of you guys tomorrow. Remember, one more time for you, peeps. If you're not following the Twitter at LuxAlgo, I don't know why you should, because it's going to keep you up to date with everything going on. Gosh dang it. This is just annoying at this point. It's going to keep you going, keep you updated with everything going on in the market again tomorrow, though. Hold on. Tomorrow we have FOMC, okay, at 2 Eastern, right? 2 Eastern there. Huge. Fed Jerome Powell's going to speak as well. So make sure you know what's going on. Go to the Luxauto Discord, or Luxauto Discord. Make sure on Sundays, again, on Sundays, we post this calendar if you need it, right? So again, right now, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Honestly, I would just enjoy tomorrow because it'll probably be choppy in the morning and then make a crazy move, obviously, when that interest rate comes out. We should be cutting rates at essentially 0.25. If we don't get 0.25, we might get 0.50. So we're going to see. Is it possible? That's the biggest question. Do we get more? I don't know. Honestly, I think we go for 0.25. Again, though, if you want to be updated in real time when it gets released, we will be posting it. So just go ahead, hit the follow and the notification bell, and you will be notified when everything important happens in the market, okay? And some cool analysis as well. But again, Bitcoin 64K, that's what we're looking for. If we can get it, that would be awesome. But it's just a matter of waiting to see kind of what ends up tomorrow. But here you go. Here's your recent bounce off that smart trail as well, which is really good. We talked about the inverse head and shoulders. Do I leave the oscillator matrix settings on default? Yes, I do. But you go. We had like retail sales this morning. I was going to find that post of ours about the rate cuts. If I can. There you go. So right now, we had a has doubled. Okay, so the market odds of 50 basis points has doubled. This is since Sunday though. In the past week, 25 has been there as well. So we're gonna see. You know, that's the biggest question. People don't know. They're kind of just messing around, trying to figure out what could happen. Overall, it seems like the market sentiment is 0.25. We'll see if that happens or not. Bitcoin right now, though, love the move if it can close and then also get into this node here, this whole range above 61K. Get that daily close over that. I think we really like it. But lastly, one last time from my Twitter really quickly, for those of you that are tuning in now or whatever, this is an interesting time for Bitcoin because a few things really fast. First off, we could have a monthly very aggressive, let's go to the monthly chart, bullish hammer close. If we get a bullish hammer close, it'd be somewhere around 61, 62, anywhere above this current wick right now. Bullish hammer would be massive. Now, besides that bullish hammer, right? Besides that bullish hammer, we talked about how the election is coming up. And guess what? The last election we had in the U.S. was also the last halving we had, right? So that last halving, we had a red September, then we had a 167% return on Bitcoin in 3 months. 167% return after September into the end of the year. So potentially look for that move as well again to happen. It's very possible. If Trump gets elected because of endorsement of Bitcoin, it could also go crazy. So unless they kill him, which is the scary part, man. I don't know. There's some crazy stuff going on with Trump. Poor Trump, for the most part. Obviously, a lot of you guys aren't Trump fans. I'm not saying I'm a Trump fan, but again, right now, I think he's probably the best bet out of the two. There's something crazy going on over there with, freaking Biden, taunting with Trump hats. I don't understand what the hell is going on with that. That's crazy. But overall, high volume node move, man. Trump and Bitcoin would go hand in hand. So I trust me, with the markets, we probably want Trump over, whoever they're going to put up on the others. This market's crazy. This election's crazy. Our world's crazy right now. Don't ask me what's going on. I don't understand it at all. I don't know why all this has been happening, to be honest. It's just, we're kind of losing our minds. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. Either way, guys, monthly, we do have bearish divergence, but again, I don't see it on Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves differently than in this kind of TA on a monthly chart. We've had, that bull flag kind of play out. We're going to see if it can play out, though, even more. Weekly candle would just want to close over last week's high of 60,670. So we'll see what happens there, guys. Either way, I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry, my camera's working, but the dang thing that's supposed to put up into the feed isn't. But besides that, guys, I appreciate you. Hopefully, learned something today, or, you got insight to what might be coming up next. Hopefully, history repeats itself. We get Bitcoin to an all-time high. 167% move. Really quickly, let's calculate it. What would happen? At 167% last halving, last what's it called? Election. That'd be 161 now. We've talked about that potential move forever, and I'm going to go back. If it ever makes this move to 161 into the end of the year, I'll, for one, crap my pants, but, if it does make this move, there's a lot of streams that we're going to be pulling info from. It's going to be crazy. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks again. If you did like the stream, feel free to hit that sub button. That'd be awesome. We're going to be live again on tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Okay? Tomorrow at 3 Eastern. And then on Thursday morning, we'll be trading futures here live as well in the Spaces group. And then Friday, we probably won't be streaming. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. We went over Solana, I'm pretty sure. Didn't we? Guys, Solana's not really doing anything, though. I looked at it for a second there. I was going to say 120. I mean, it's not really. Daily candles aren't doing anything either. It's just chopping. I would want to see it break out of 140. It hit 140 like we talked about on Friday. Still, it's playing its bullish divergence as well. Just as long as it's holding over 121, I think we're good for now. It's gotta stay over 121. But, here's this void up here. There's a void all the way down here, which I don't think it would hit. So we could pull for that liquidity. Let's see. All right, guys. I appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow, 3 Eastern. Back to look at some charts again after FOMC. Hopefully the camera's working then. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you then. Peace.